The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Memorial Rail Splitters. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, another classic. Unfortunately, a classic that you're on the wrong end of. A 9-0 Lincoln Memorial run around the 5-minute mark. What turns the tide? What happened down the stretch run where the Splitters stayed hot and you had really your lone offensive swoon in the second half?
Congratulations to them. As you said, I mean, they ended with a bang. And as I just said to our team, you know, we got exactly what we deserved. We gave them opportunities, and they capitalized on our mistakes. And it's hard to understand, you know, when I think we're pretty thorough in our preparation, and I think we're pretty thorough about specifying during the middle of a game, like, this is what we need to be trying to accomplish. This is what the opponent is doing. Let's make sure we're trying to deal with what they're trying to do in this particular way. So there's discussion, there's clarity. But late in that game, it was sort of apparent that we had certain possessions where we would have defensive blunders that allowed them a shot opportunity, and they would capitalize. And, you know, when that's going on, you've got to then be able to go back down and counter with some points. And I thought we did that to some degree, but it was just a little too much to overcome there. And I hate it for our guys. Again, man. What a great atmosphere, great fans. And I said this after our Tusculum game, man, and I say it again, but nobody cares. Like, nobody cares when you say I'm sorry when you don't do something about it. I'm sorry is only get you so far. But to the coaches and the students and the local community that came out and supported us, I'm sorry that yet again we don't deliver. Hopefully at some point we'll figure out how to do that and honor their commitment to come support us. But obviously we're not quite ready to be able to do that against the upper crust of this league.
Lincoln Memorial, 58% from the field after halftime. You kind of alluded to that. An uncommon shooting performance by an opponent. How much of that was them? How much of that was Carson-Newman struggling to execute defensively?
Well, again, they still have to make the shot, and that's difficult. But some of the shots that were coming were based on our inability to correctly defend either the personnel, the individual, or to defend the action. So, when we sit there and don't identify a Darling or a Sells, we don't identify them, though. I mean, Kev, you see all of our scouts,
yeah.
So you know.
I do.
I do. So when we somehow or another don't identify them and let them get clean looks, that's on us. When we see the same action late in that game over and over, an outside step-up ball screen, and we have certain coverages and responses to that, and when we don't do that, we don't respond the correct way, and we get exposed, they capitalize. So they still have to make the shot, but we gave them, you give old fat Chuck Benson a chance to shoot an open layup, he's going to make it, Cav. In this outfit, after a full Mama Zhao chow mein buffet, and I'll still make an open layup. So, it's really frustrating to know that we just did not have the – I don't know if it's a focus or what. But it goes back to me. Obviously, we didn't have them prepared to go do it for 40. And when it mattered in winning time. I mean, the first 36, who cares? I guess in the last 4, that's when the game was decided.
Found your offense in spurts. 3 straight halves of basketball against LMU where you didn't shoot better than 35% from the field, but you do knock down 49% of your shots after halftime. What was it that you were able to find some punches against the Rail Splitters?
Well, I mean, we've got some guys that can go make a shot. I thought, and we did that. Multiple guys were finding shot opportunities. I thought we did a really, offensively speaking, we did a good job of attacking and getting into the paint and finding those shots. And that goes back to we did have a level of follow-through from an offensive standpoint. I mean, we made a big deal about that. Let's get in there And so we did that, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, you can't Kev, this is really simple math. You can't give up a 3 on one end and a 2 on the other, and it work in your favor, you know. And it seemed like they had just way too many of those looks from their preferred shooters, you know.
Last game in Holt, you head on the road for the longest road trip of the year to close out the regular season at a Coker team that has beaten Newberry 78-55. That does a number of interesting things in terms of the league standings, but almost assuredly this puts you in the 5 at this point. Is that lack of – I mean, there wasn't any pressure in terms of the standings today, but what's the approach to wrap up the regular season against a Coker team that clearly is not going to make the tournament, but showing zero quit in a big win over the Wolves?
Oh, it's a testament to they've got some kids. The coach had made some changes and had really gotten rid of some kids probably that weren't about what he wanted them to be about. And the guys are still there, fighting. And obviously, for them to do that to Newberry, that's a major accomplishment. I'll tell you what you don't see every day, Cav. You don't see a professional football player cleaning up our gym. You don't see that every day. You just don't see that every day. This guy is a stand-up lineman for the Seattle Seahawks, and he's cleaning our gym. That's the kind of day this is.
Got good people.
What a high-character guy. Good gracious.
Good people.
You ain't kidding.
That associate themselves
but,
with
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, what were you saying to me? Because I'm so Coker. Yeah, they're not going to lay down at this point. They're not. They're going to be ready to fight, and we know that. And being it's their last game of the year, senior day, we've got to this isn't about like bouncing back. We got to do our jobs at a higher level than we did today. And if we don't, you know, you give them confidence. That's what we don't need to do.
All right, Chuck. Pleasure as always. We'll talk to you Saturday from Hartsville.
Thanks, Kev.